Yeah, that was ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was a shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if that actually does that as well. If it's because of the scaling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to go in the bushes. No, the light is not how it's allows me to see that. Damn it. Yeah, I'll never get this to look good.
Yeah.
Alas. It's a shame because it's a pretty game. Oh, I actually lost health from Godwin bonking me on the head. Oh, yeah, I did that fight as well without repairing anything.
Yeah.
You know. You know.
Yeah.
He's no. Save, we've gotten pretty far. I bet he's gonna be impressed with how quickly we can walk. Where?
Yeah.
NVM nest. Yeah, he's annoying like that. Yeah, so the 30 frames seem to not make it look better, but also make it look worse by... there's something about when the light goes between the trees here. The lower frame rate makes that flicker. On the stream it seemed like. Yeah, they already gossiped. Maybe what's-her-face Stephanie just fucks everybody, and Henry is no different. So if a man's been to Thornburg, it's safe to assume he's been humped. That was a pretty fast ride. Yeah, it's like old Doug the orangutan. Leaves no ass unfucked. Be a lord, be a lord, be a lord.
There's nothing to see here.
What?
Where's your hunker?
She's locked up at the rat house. Orders of the bishop.
Locked up? For what?
For heretical speeches. Run along now. If you want to chat about it, go and talk to that monk who smells like an apothecary shop. He's in a flap about it too. Good luck to you.
Thank you. You were guarding a thing, but now you left. Hey, Ratai Tawny. Where's Nicodemus? What the fuck's
What
up?
happened to Johanka?
Tyvum.
Nothing
Shamless
good,
soul.
I'm sorry to say. She was locked up by the papal inquisitor Bishop Yaroslav of Benishov. It seems he somehow caught wind of this preaching of hers. He's accused her of spreading heresy and had her placed under arrest.
Jesus Christ. What's going to happen to her?
I don't know, Henry. It all depends on the Inquisitor and how he decides. The accusations brought against Johanka are very serious.
Well, we must do something.
Well, you can try talking to Bishop Yaroslav. He can tell you more. As a servant of the royal hetman, your name ought to carry some weight with him. But watch your step. This matter is entirely in the hands of church law, so you mustn't overestimate your lay authority here.
Yeah. Just fucking purge him.
Right. I'll go and see this Bishop Yaroslav of Benishov.
May God go with you.
Tyvum.
Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you're standing up for your Johanka. If you need anything, do come and see me.
Handjob wouldn't be out of the question.
Where can I find this Inquisitor?
He's staying here in the monastery grounds. His quarters are on the upper floor.
What actually happened here?
Johanka told me you went to Auschwitz.
Yeah? What's that got to do with anything?
The Inquisitor showed up here not long after you left. Apparently he heard about Johanka's preaching somehow. He even observed one of her sermons outside the town in disguise. He had her brought to him and spent a long time trying to discourage her from what she was doing. But then she went out again to preach about her visions outside of town. But before she even started, the Inquisitor turned up with Fabian and the guards. He said Johanka had ignored his outright ban, and he had her taken away. Then he warned the people there that Johanka was spreading heresy and undermining the church's authority, and forbade them to listen to her.
That's all? Didn't you speak to the Inquisitor?
No, actually I didn't. He saw me there listening to her preaching, and I was afraid to come forward and talk to him.
Aha. Well, that's understandable.
Thanks.
It sounds pretty serious.
It is. I'm afraid it could be very serious indeed.
What exactly does an Inquisitor do?
The Inquisition is a papal institution that deals with heresy, so people don't succumb to charlatans, false prophets and deceptions, and put their faith and their immortal souls in jeopardy. The Inquisitors have all sorts of powers, the kind we here can do very little to stand up to.
And what can he do to Johanka?
I'm not entirely sure. These legal issues are very complicated, but he could certainly excommunicate her, and maybe even sentence her to death.
Who is this Bishop Yaroslav?
I've never heard of him before, but the prior has. He said he's very well learned and the Bishop of Sarepta.
Sarepta? Where's that, Moravia?
No, it's far, far away, near the Holy Land. He got the title from the Holy Father himself.
And this bishop came all the way here from whatever.
Sarepta, but I doubt he's ever been there. It used to be a bishopric in the days of the Apostolic Fathers in Phoenicia, near Israel, but it was ransacked by the Muslims. Now it's just a titular bishopric, and Yaroslav is the titular bishop.
So it's a woman.
Titular bishop? Like he's not a real one?
It's, let's say, an honorary title. It refers to a diocese that no longer exists. And since a titular bishop has no diocese to oversee, he can devote himself to handling other very important church affairs, like ordaining other prelates, for example, to maintain succession through the centuries down from the time of Christ and his apostles.
Do you believe Johanka is really being visited by the Virgin Mary?
Well, yes, Henry, I do. The things she says and the way she speaks. She doesn't sound like herself at all. I know she can't read, so where else could she have got it? Frankly, I can't think of any other explanation. Within the bounds of this world.
Quiet!
Goodbye.
The fucking man bellowing quiet. Someone's foot steppinated all over. Other mate knew that guy.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're...
No fucking...
Christ, that weapon playing at with that weapon.
Oh my god! People, there's a corpse here!
Fuck. Time to get my charm on. Right.
Sir, I am...
Henry of Scarlet, from the garrison of the Royal Hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla. I've heard a lot about you, my son.
Are you related to
I'm
Bernard?
pleased to meet you.
You sound like him.
Bishop Yaroslav? Sir? My lord, to what do I owe your interest in my humble self?
I was told you survived the massacre in Skalitz and warned the Talmberg garrison. You tracked down the raiders of a stud farm in Neuhof, wasn't it? To their hideout in the woods. And then you led Sir Radzig and his armed company there and joined bravely in the skirmish, and even killed their notorious leader by your own hand. And I believe you have many other deeds to your name. That's quite remarkable, considering your age, is it not?
I had some unsettled accounts to deal with. And I still do.
Mm-hmm. You're clearly not lacking in determination. A word of caution, though. Fervor can easily lead to recklessness. Nevertheless, I assume you came on account of Johanka.
Yes.
Then tell me what's on your mind.
How did you find out about Johanka?
Word came to me of what was happening here. That some young girl was claiming to speak for the Blessed Virgin. I traveled here immediately, as my duty demanded, and observed events in Sasau incognito, in order to examine the matter at first hand.
I see. Why did you have her imprisoned?
Because she broke the promise she made to me, and persisted in actions that bear the signs of heresy.
And what will happen to Johanka now?
I must weigh the gravity of her transgressions, and investigate these alleged visions of hers. I consider it very improbable that she is indeed being visited by the Blessed Virgin. Nevertheless, I cannot at this time rule it out entirely.
So you think it could be true? In that case, Johanka hasn't done anything wrong.
It's not that straightforward. Even if her visions were real, she was at fault for interpreting them as she saw fit and preaching to the people.
So you decide just like that? But you don't even know Johanka.
I certainly do not decide just like that. I'm thoroughly examining the entire matter, and you would be well advised not to question my authority. I will call Johanka and the witnesses, question them, and then pronounce a verdict.
And if you decide she's guilty, will you have her burned at the stake?
Good gracious, no. I have no wish to see her die. As St. Augustine said, heretics should be saved, not put to death. The triumph of the Church is their salvation, not their death, even if they deserve it. If I find her guilty of any heresy, she will be punished, but the severity of her punishment will depend on her will to repent and make amends.
I see. And will there be anyone there to defend Johanka?
Do you doubt my judgment?
I would never be so bold, sir. But surely it would be only just that someone should speak for Johanka about all her good deeds and so forth?
Naturally, I will also question those who would speak in her defense. Since you are interceding, I expect you have someone in mind?
Yes. Actually, me.
As I surmised. But this matter does not directly concern you. Why should I allow you to appear before the court?
I serve the royal hetman, and his interests are mine. To see justice done in this province, and to quell unrest.
Laudable, no doubt. But bear in mind that Lord Coppola is a secular governor, and this matter is subject to church law, in which he has no jurisdiction. On those grounds, I must refuse your request.
Johanka is my neighbour, and I have a Christian duty to come to her aid. I can't just stand by and do nothing.
I have to concur with you on that. Your concern seems sincere, so I will grant your request. Very well. You will defend Johanka. You may speak in her defense if you so wish, and you may also bring witnesses. I will question any such witnesses, and naturally I shall question Johanka too.
Thank you, Monsignor. In that case, I'll
Old
need
monk.
to speak to Johanka first.
That won't be possible. It's forbidden by the Inquisition procedure. Until the entire matter is resolved, Johanka can speak only to me and no one else. I would like to expedite the matter. The trial will take place in Sassaw Church in 3 days' time at the latest. Come and let me know when you're ready to proceed. In the meantime, I will continue my investigation.
Very well, Monsignor. I had better get on with it then, sir. Farewell.
Before you go, you know Johanka longer than anyone else. You spent a lot of time with her, as I've discovered. Tell me, my son, truthfully, what do you think of this whole affair?
Maybe. She didn't treat everyone equally. She took better care of her former Skalitz neighbours than of the other patients, of course.
It's understandable, yes. Some people are dearer to her than others, but whether by doing so she sinned. Anything else, Henry?
I'm being inquisiscient.
Well, Sir Sebastian took a fancy to Johanka and made certain advances towards her. And I think she might have got involved with him.
Sebastian von Berg, the custodian? But to my knowledge, the man is married.
But it's all over now. She's finished with him, really.
So, the gossip about her fornication here is truthful. What else can you tell me?
She's worried about Matthias. He's from Skalitz too, and she's very fond of him. But he was wounded in a raid on Merhojed recently, and since then he's been lying in a fever. Johanka believes that if she does what the Blessed Virgin wants of her, Matthias might be healed.
Interesting. Anything else?
Well, before, in Skalitz, Johanka was sort of, well, just a simple village girl. I never imagined I'd hear her talking the way she does now. She's completely transformed.
A simple village girl. I
Fucking
see.
dense.
Do continue.
About the Virgin Mary?
Yeah.
I couldn't say. I'm not educated in these things, but well, it's all a bit peculiar. That Our Lady would... It seems a bit odd to me.
The origin of these so-called visions of hers must be investigated. But thank you for your candor. Is there anything else you can tell me?
That's about all I can tell you.
Thank you, my son. One more thing before you go. Let me remind you that it's your Christian duty to report anything suspicious going on concerning the Church and the true faith, if you're aware of anything of the sort in these parts. If you prove yourself a commendable servant of the Church, I would also take that into account in judging Johanka's case.
All right, Monsignor. I'll bear that in mind.
Good luck to you.
Goddamn. Almost sobered up, that conversation was a length. Fuck. Whoa. Mate.
Brother Nicodemus,
You've heard something?
the Inquisitor has decided that Johanka will be tried, but he's agreed that I can defend her.
That's really quite unusual. It must mean he hasn't come to a clear conclusion yet.
Yes. I'll get her out of it.
I'm afraid it may not be that easy. The thing is, I expect Johanka will say the same things before the court that she's been preaching.
What are you saying?
Well, I've been thinking about what she's been saying.
Fucking idiot
and
yelling
it
back
seems
there.
to me her preaching has a certain progression. Are you acquainted with the notion of the three orders of man?
Not really, no.
It's like this. It's said that everyone has their God-given place and purpose on earth. Laboratores, oratores, and bellatores. Those who work, those who pray, and those who fight. The common folk are born to work, to reap the fruits of the earth and to obey the laws of God and man. It is the purpose of the nobles to protect the people and the church against all dangers and to maintain peace and justice on earth. And the church in turn has the task of caring for the spiritual welfare of all, ensuring the salvation of their souls and bringing solace to the people in times of hardship, so that they can endure their earthly trials and enter the kingdom of heaven.
But what's all that got to do with Johanka?
Well, I noticed in her first sermon she primarily addressed the concerns of the common folk, and in the second she criticized the nobility.
Ah. So you think she might start talking about the church?
Yes, I'm afraid she might. I dread to think how that might end up. Henry, you must warn her against that. She must show humility before the Inquisitor, and the wisest course would be to admit to being wrong. She's rather stubborn, but perhaps she'll listen to you.
But the Inquisitor said no one's allowed to see her.
No one except the Inquisitor's own men. You'll just have to think something up. I'm afraid Johanka's fate is mainly in your hands now. I'm relying on you.
God be with you.
Witnesses can be summoned for Johanka's trial. So I wanted to ask you if you give a testimony. Maybe some learned speech in her defense?
I'd be glad to do it. Johanka deserves my help. Such testimonies could carry a lot of weight. You should try and get as many as you can.
I'll get him.
Goodbye.
I'll get you, man. Let's go talk to Vandenbergen. The frightful twat. I think I murdered him, actually. Nah, I guess that was in another timeline.
God!
Ah,
I know about you and her. She told me everything.
Oh? What exactly do you mean? You'd better be very careful what you say, boy.
I know you're a married man, but you haven't always been entirely faithful to your wife.
How dare you!
And you had to pick Johanka. I know all about it. And you should know it's finished. Johanka was feeling vulnerable when it was all too much for her. That's all. She and Matthias care for each other, so leave them alone. She doesn't want to have anything more to do with you. And she won't.
How dare you speak like that to a noble? You, a blacksmith's brat from Skalitz. If you weren't in Lord Kobila's charge, I'd have you whipped for your lies and dragged behind a horse all the way to Ratai. But whoever you might be hiding behind, next time I'll do just that. Now get out! Take care now. My respects to you.
I need something from you, sir. I suppose you heard that Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor and is facing charges of heresy.
I did, and it's most disturbing news.
What you might not know is that he's agreed that I can defend her at the trial.
You? Do you even know what to say?
Sure I know. It'll turn out just fine. Trust me. But I need you to testify at the court. In Johanka's defense, of course.
Naturally. You don't think I could just sit here and do nothing? Besides, the bishop has already insisted that I appear before the court.
Oh. All right.
One moment. I apologize if I was a little hasty. This whole affair has left me anxious. I appreciate that you want to defend her. However, I don't think it would have any effect. No offense, but I don't think you'll be able to achieve anything in court. I'm afraid the Inquisitor will judge as he sees fit, whatever anyone says. But I have an idea how you could help.
Oh? How's that?
Flee. With Johanka, of course.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sure Johanka will be acquitted by the court and everything will be all right. Running would just confirm the Inquisitor's suspicions, and she'd always be looking over her shoulder.
I don't agree. As I said, I don't believe you can affect the outcome of the court. If Johanka flees, yes, she'll have to lie low for a while, but in time it will all blow over. You can take her anywhere, as long as it's far enough from here. A girl like that will always find her feet. She can easily hide out somewhere where she's not known. Maybe there could even be a place for her on my estate. Think about it. But whatever you decide, if Johanka comes to any harm, you'll have me to answer to. I'm very fond of her, and her of me, and I don't want anything to happen to her, understand? But if everything ends well, I'll show you my gratitude, I assure you. Take care now.
You would probably give a lousy hand job. I have no interest in your fucking gratitude, mate. Peace.
Yeah.
Learn how to ride a horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, I tell him. He's in, or he's in, or... You probably get enough hang time on this fucking horse to jump a man. There we go. Like, fuck, come on.
Yeah.
Up. Damn it. Not very impressed. Fuck. Shit. Come on. I can jump a person. Just need to line this shit up.
Yeah.
Oh, God almighty! Can't you see there's people here? That horse of yours nearly trampled me to death.
Yeah.
You're just called villager. You don't have a say. I jumped you though. I fucking did it. What's the fucking meaning? Do I know Vitus? Oh shit. I dodged in time. Playful.
Goodman Pavel, you're still here. That's a relief. I was afraid I'd miss you.
Yes, still here, but not for long. I had some business to deal with, but now that's out of the way and I'm getting ready to leave. What was it you wanted?
You might have heard that Johanka was arrested by the Inquisitor and is facing trial.
Indeed, word has reached me. Poor girl.
I'd like to ask you to speak to the court in Johanka's defense.
Of course, Henry. You have my word. And the word of a burgher of Colleen ought to mean something.
I'd like something to
But
eat.
to speak in defense of someone accused of heresy is no small matter. What do you want me to say?
The same thing you told me. That it was a sacred sign that you happened to be nearby when Johanka was speaking, and so on.
True. I'll tell the bishop that. You can rest assured.
Thank you very much. Please wait here a few more days for the court to convene, then I'll send for you.
All right. For Johanka's sake, I'll wait. God be with you.
Fucking the burger of Colin. Next, I'm gonna go get the sandwich of Sasau to testify. And then we'll have lunch. Din 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 din. Fuck. How many do we have here? Dwaydulon, Haslick, Fabian. Oh, Johankas, Asta, Gudentager. The pastor of Solkut, nice. Fuck.
Henry's come to see her.
The fucking... You shat on the road, man.
Is there anything interesting going on here?
I wouldn't say interesting. More like a pain in the ass. There's some bastard making trouble, and when I catch him, he'll end up with his head on the block.
Master Bailiff, Inquisitor Yaroslav is going to try Johanka.
I know. He was here asking questions, too.
Oh? What did he want to know?
Various things. Like how things are here, whether people are honest, whether we observe the fest days, and so forth. And then he asked about Johanka. About what she preaches, whether people come to listen to her and that. He's been talking to a lot of other people in Sasau, too. I even heard that Katra, the swordsmith's wife, invited him to dine with them.
That's interesting. Thanks for telling me. Was he just asking questions, or does he want you to testify before the court?
Yes, he did ask me to testify, and I'm none too happy about it.
I see. And what are you going to say about her?
It depends what I'm asked, but there's not much I can say. I don't know Johanka very well. She seems virtuous and self-sacrificing to me. She's never done anything wrong, and no one here ever had a cross word to say about her. Until recently. Maybe some gossip about her
anything
and Sir
wrong.
Sebastian. But I've heard similar talk about half the women folk here.
Johanka has helped a lot of people here, selflessly. Her heart is in the right place.
True. But then there's that preaching of hers. Folk have been falling out. They're split according to whether they believe Johanka or not. I don't know quite what to think of it myself. But I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'll wait and see what the learned bishop has to say.
Couldn't you add something good to your testimony for Johanka? I would, show my gratitude substantially.
What? Are you trying to bribe me to commit perjury? The Inquisitor will hear how you're going about defending Johanka.
Good lord, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I expressed myself badly, that's all. What I was trying to say, rather clumsily, is that I'd be very glad if you were to speak on Johanka's behalf, because she really deserves it.
Well, I'll overlook your clumsiness then.
Thank you, Master Bailiff.
Yeah, and have the money.
Take care.
That went well. A roofatism. Is Duke Burger a thing? I'm not aware. Where do you keep your wife locked up? The other house, goddamn.
God be with you.
Shop here.
I'm here about Johanka.
You're that fella of hers, are you? What do you want?
No. I'm just a friend of hers. Matthias is her fella.
Huh. God knows how many she has.
I heard you invited Bishop Yaroslav to come and dine with you?
Yes, so what? Bishop Yaroslav is an esteemed visitor to Sasau, and it's only fitting he should be suitably hosted by devout burghers.
And what did you talk about?
What we discussed with the Monsignor is none of your business.
What have you got against Johanka?
Nothing. The question is, what has she got against us? Tell me that.
What?
She turns up here and tries to tell us how to live our lives. Says the Virgin Mary whispers to her in the night. Yeah, I'm sure. To a simple village wench. I'd like to know who's really putting those ideas in her head. She's just getting people all worked up. Men, especially. Coming around here with her nonsense. Sasau is a decent, orderly place, I'll have you know. We don't want any trouble here. All this talk about hellfire and the end of the world. God have mercy. No one is interested in what she has to say. All they want is some spectacle. She ought to have thought twice before she started. Not that she wasn't warned.
What do you mean, warned?
As I said, she was told.
Damn it, woman, tell me what you meant by that.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Out with it!
If you must know, some of the fellas want to have it out with her and tell her to stop. No one wants her speeches here, but would she listen? No. The devil possessed her to bring harm to us.
So it was you who sent those men?
All I wanted was to protect the Sasau folk against her poisonous tongue, and I'll do just that. The Monsignor asked me to testify in court, and I'll tell everything I know there.
And I'll do likewise. Farewell.
Yeah.
May the Lord watch over you.
Oh, thank you.
Good health to you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. Also get fucked.
Come and get it. You showed him.
Yeah.
Thank you. That thieving magpie. You can't trust anyone these days. And just so you know, I'm no pinch purse. Here's a small reward.
Straight from the ass, nice. Oldest woman walks past. I kind of wanted to poison her food over there, but... Actually, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do an extra saving. All the people that will speak against us. And have some burn I can put in there. Skabunka labila, squap stop. Burn! For reference, that's load number 44. In case we need to... In case that breaks everything.
I've only got 2 hands.
Yeah, they fucking got right downstruck.
Father, the Inquisitor has had Johanka thrown in jail.
I know, son.
He's planning a hearing.
Rightly so. It's about time this whole matter was dealt with.
What do you think about it then?
As I say, it's a good thing that the matter is being investigated. The things Johanka has been preaching are, to say the least, disturbing. Who knows what these dreams are that she speaks of? And her words are only putting ideas in people's heads and leading them astray. Now, instead of going to church, as they should, they go to her in the false belief that they will find solace. It's creating a chasm between the people and the church and leading them away from the true teaching left to us by Christ. They're misguided and swamped in heretical ideas.
But Johanka is no heretic. She's a good, kind girl who's only trying to do the right thing. I'll defend her.
Suit yourself. But mind you don't get ensnared in her fallacies, and leave it to the bishop to judge the matter.
Of course.
See you later.
Fuck your money.
I'm feeling lucky.
14.9 rotten.
So, bring it on.
Fuck your money.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Shit. Fuck.
Your turn.
Oh, I took. Oh, there wasn't. Oh.
If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going is good.
Fuck.
Now.
I'd like a beer.
No point in pushing it. Not afraid of anything, eh?
Those 3 5s. God damn.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
I won't and I willn't.
Oh, come on. It's time I had a throw. Oh, come on.
Bin
It's
Lord,
time I had a
Bin
throw.
Lord, Bin Lord.
Not afraid of anything, eh? Oh, come on. It's time I had a throw.
I'll toss you.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
Hitman.
Oh, come on. It's time I had a throw. If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going is good. Not afraid of anything, eh?
Oh shit.
Oh, come on. It's time I had a throw. Damn!
Get fucked. Shit ass. I like how Henry just sits there, eye contacting, putting poison into that lady's stew, and let's go. I hope she's dumb enough to eat it and get fucked. That's a sty. We're gonna speak to a swine. Tailor man. Call having a big man fight to the death in here. Yeah.
Well?
Really?
Well? How did it go with that husband of mine?
Oh,
well,
fuck.
we sat down and talked, and in the end, I talked him out of playing dice.
Did you? Mother of God, that's wonderful news. How on earth did you do it?
Thumb screws.
Look here, I'll tell you what happened, but you mustn't breathe a word of it.
All right.
Ambrose got really drunk. I took his money, and in the morning, I told him he'd lost it all at dice. He took it really hard, and he promised he'd never gamble again.
Aha. Well, if you think he really means it. And what about the money? Did you give it back to him?
I didn't give him anything back. Let him learn his lesson.
What? You can't mean that. What will we do?
I don't know. That's not my concern.
But you said you'd give it back. You swore it.
Well, that's one thing. But a debt of honor from a wager, that's another thing. No one can deny that. A lot of people saw us playing, but who knows anything about any promise? Might as well forget it.
You blood-sucking leech! Get out of my sight! What are you here for?
I need your help with something. I'm sure you've heard. Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor.
Who hasn't? The whole of Sasso is talking about it. And the Inquisitor was asking around about her.
I'd like to ask you to appear before the court and say something in Johanka's defense.
I'll do nothing for a liar and a cheat.
Me? What are you talking about?
You promised to return all that money you won from Ambrose.
Oh, I don't quite recollect what happened.
You promised, and you didn't give it back. Go to hell, you liar.
God be with you.
Oh, thank you. Please.
God be with you.
Oh, in that case. Oh. Not gonna appear in court. Yeah, take God to hell with you. Priest of Scarlet, Kobula. What kind of fucking man train are you running here? You honk it though.
Hey, clear off. No one's allowed to talk to Johanka. Bishop Yaroslav's orders.
Don't you point at me.
I'm sure the bishop wouldn't mind if you had to go and answer a call of nature, and if it were a nice long call, there'd be a few groschen in it for you.
Don't even try it. I'm warning you.
Come on now. Just between the two of us. Johanka is my friend. She has no one else but me. The Inquisitor will surely take her away, and I'll never see her again. I just want to say goodbye to her before she disappears forever. What would you do in my place?
Well, since you put it that way, but I'd be taking a big risk, disobeying the bishop's orders. He'd have my head for it.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to put yourself at risk without a reward.
All right, go on then, but make it quick, eh?
For sure. Thanks a lot. I owe you.
I'll see you later. Hey, you. It's forbidden to walk at night here without a light.
Alright.
Johanka, are you alright?
Yes, Henry. I'm fine. I'm glad to see you.
I spoke to the Inquisitor.
He's gonna sit behind
He wants
there.
to put you on trial.
I know. It's all in God's hands now.
No, it's not. I mean, it is, of course. But the bishop has allowed me to defend you.
You want to defend me? Thank you, Henry. That's very kind of you. But you needn't bother. Our Lady won't let anything bad happen to me. I am her instrument, and I am completely in her hands. Everything that's happening is her sacred will.
But I won't stand by with my arms folded. You need someone to testify for you. As I said, I will defend you.
If you insist. Maybe it's the will of the Virgin that you came to me. So be it then.
I really want her to die, but I have to. I want to see the quest. And we haven't murdered them yet. They're not dead yet.
I went to Ujits, like you asked.
That's good, Henry. I hope you purged yourself of your sins.
I did the pilgrimage of penance, like you said. And in the church, I begged the Virgin Mary for forgiveness.
And she will bless you, Henry. You're a good man. Remember that. And don't stray into wrongdoing again.
I won't. I made a donation to the church, too. And the parish priest there, Father Godwin, he was asking about you.
Was he? What did you tell him?
Oh, just about everything that's going on and the things you were saying.
Uh-huh. Good, Henry. The more people who hear about it,
What's all of
the
your fuck,
better.
Sebastian?
About that trial,
Yes, the trial.
I'll get some people who will testify for you in court. But Brother Nicodemus is worried you'll say things that will make the Inquisitor angry. Please don't do that. You have to talk to him respectfully, answer his questions with humility, and not say anything to annoy him. And don't say anything against the church or priests. Please.
I'll say only what the Blessed Virgin wants me to say.
No, fine, if that's how you want it. But if you annoy him, you'll make it worse for yourself and me too. I'm trying to help you here.
I know, but I can't let Our Lady down. After everything, I will fulfill the task she gave me. And then she'll heal Matthias. That's all that matters.
Oh, Sakra. This is going to be a right mess.
I could go stab Matthias and come tell her.
What did Bishop Yaroslav ask you about?
All sorts of things. Like how the Virgin Mary visits me, what she shows me, and about preaching to the people. Actually, he was really quite pleasant. He asked me about Skalitz, whether I go to church, and a lot of other things. And in the end, he told me I mustn't speak in public again about the visitations and that. But I couldn't obey an order like that. The Blessed Virgin is testing me, and I have to do what she asks, no matter who or what stands in the way.
I'd say he wasn't too happy about that.
No. He came there with his men, dispersed the people, and had me arrested and locked up here.
Johanka, I really don't think this is going to end well for you. But there's another option. We can flee. I'll lure the guard away, pick the lock, and we'll vanish into the woods. Tonight, we'll run far from here, where no one knows you, and you can start a new life.
No, Henry, I can't do that. The Blessed Virgin led me here, and here is where I belong. I won't run away like a criminal.
Alright then. Yeah, that guy really... I paid that guy to piss and he didn't. I feel cheated. Gotta go to Ledenko. Ledenko's the one over there. He saw. Aha, somewhere to cross the river. That'll make. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Shit. Fuck.
Stay away from. Yeah.
Jay Walker.
Yeah.
Poppin' Jay. Weasel
Yeah.
turd.
Yeah.
These fucking people, get off the road. I'm not gonna survive into the 90s if you don't know not to walk in the road. Slubbity-gullion. Varlet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compression. Fuck, I can't see shit. Time to ask the eyes. I bet my drink right before the court will induce alcoholism.
Yeah.
See if I remember how to fight.
Dear God.
Score extra touch. I think the Burper Nation might have been us. I'll fix it up. Yeah, I kind of hope she gets fucked, but I want to see as much of the quest as possible and try and see Henry bumble through it like a goddamn imbecile.
Yeah.
Ah, they call me River Crossford. Fucking fuck. Fucking fuck. What's my leg doing there? That's not normal. Ah. Bodies don't bend like that. Well, I seem fine. Do I have poison on my blade? Let's go, I do. Right then. Fucking horse.
Yeah.
Your money or your life? I'll slay you, you scum. Oh, dear God.
Ah, fuck's sake.
You call that Herr God.
The blood's coming out. Might cry, who knows?
Is that all you got?
Yes.
You call that combat? You're dead. That's going to cost you your life.
I bet my poison went off the the blade the second I hit the first guy in the armor. Come on, I'm bleeding here. I'm bleeding here. Broke my fucking bullshit.
Hey! Mother of God.
Fucking... Perfect. How the hell did he get back up? Oh, I head crackinated him, didn't I? Am I out of bandages? That would not be good. Uh-oh. Hey, everything was fixable. Nice. Now we regenerate. It's fine. It does. Yeah, we're very Jesus-like in our drunkenness. Why am I carrying around a dress? Let's go see if that other guy passed out somewhere over here. Be praised. My perfect arrow probably got him somewhere over here. Have you guys seen the guy that's fucking dead? Yeah, not being able to re-poison your bullshit is very ass. Mate, come on. He farts as he died. Wait, what? Them feudal lords. What are they fit? Alright, Zybert. Don't even get me started. So I read a guide about how to get a wife. So we might be able to ass up in Farmer's ass, which we will once I've done about maybe an hour more of this. My horse can't carry it. Yeah, what's a fucking minute? Ustless horse. An hour of this quest. Whichever comes first. Put your sword back in your ass. He does. Apparently everyone knows about him fucking Lady Stephanie. Or being seduced or whatever.
Yeah.
It was that happened to him. Is this the proper town?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking ass.
Yeah.
I wanted to practice axe a bit, but I think it might involve too much grinding for me to end up bothering with it. Are you the wife? Gossip? My partner has the package. And we got beats, yo. Is the long beat? I'm assuming it's something people made, and round beat was the OG. Or is it an actual ass variant? I'm here to talk to Lady Specific. You fuck at all hours.
Adela, the Inquisitor is going to try Johanka in court.
I'm sorry to hear it, but what's that got to do with me? If I get mixed up in anything peculiar, I'll be thrown out of here. And then what will I do? And besides, I thought I told you I don't want to speak to you again. That hasn't changed. So clear off.
Went all the way here for this. Fucking. Yes, he was awkward. He was like, I wanna whore. And she did. And that was about the extent of our conversation. Gotta go see Nicodygels. Take another marigold. Let's see if I could get my fucking... Oh yeah, we got the boar, right? Oh, I should have done that before asking. I know alcoholism's gonna hit me on the trial, I just fucking know it. Well, we kind of try and take the dialogue that make him sound extra ass. So, some people might not like him. Mainly the ones that have any sort of extended conversation with him. That lady, among others. I think we just fucked up a little bit when we talked to her. I forget. Yes, boys, gonna trot across the keyboard. Yes. Yes, oh, Kitty, don't stand there. Boys, I cannot see. Kitty. Kitty. No, Kitty. What's the meaning? Oh, you're so cute. Oh, come over to sniff my face. Kitty, what's the meaning?
Yeah.
How can you always put your whiskers inside my brain? She has this way of turning her head so her whiskers go all the way up my nose into my brain. Kitty, you're rubbing the microphone.
Yeah.
I can't see what I'm doing. Kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty, I'm confused in the woods now. Look at this.
Yeah.
Kitty, no plot. What's the minute? Kitty. I doubt the lady will have her poisoned in her at all. Kid is aware of the things, yeah. No, there's some men where you poison the food and nothing happens. And that's the camps that you're supposed to be able to poison. With Bandoators. Fucking who built this road? Kitty. Kitty. Stop that.
Yeah.
Boys. Kitty. Kitty. Fucking now there's water.
Yeah.
I'll tie them, but I don't need a wash, boys.
We better not go any further. I might drown.
Kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty.
Yeah.
That went well. Yeah. Because he's have prows on their legs. Prongs. Cleaves. Kloof. Hooves.
Yeah.
This is boys washing my mouse hand, by the way. That's why we're wiggling so much. Kitty.
Yeah.
Boys, I don't need a fucking wash.
Hey, who's there? Yeah.
Kitty. Boys. Stop! Up a hill again, what the fuck? Valley of the ass. Kitty. Kit, yeah. Kitty is relentless. Someone yelling at me in the forest there? Horse can't go that deep in water. Was someone bellowing at me? Kitty. Kitty, for fuck's sake. Ow. Boys, stop. Oh, shit in my... Kitty, fuck's sake. Stop. Boys.
Yeah.
Boys, kitty. Boys, kitty. Kitty, but kitty. Oh, I see. Boys, kitty, what's in my name? Ow, okay, that hurts now. Boys, we're gonna have to figure something out. I think we got a new hat for that's not considered like kitty. You need to. Okay, you want to be on my lap? Can we negotiate this maybe? Oh yeah, it's that thing, isn't it? Making me seem to be boys. He's now gone for the keyboard hand. I thought that was a dead horse, but it was just an alive pig. Yeah. I'm a ninja. Korea. Oh shit. Isn't there something about a horsepower that's actually it's a measurement over how much ass a horse does in a day, rather than how much a horse can horse under ideal horse circumstances, so equistances. Boys, Binance my hand, please. Go back in the bed then. Yeah, a horse was basically just a fisk failing to evolve into a duck. Economics, nice. Boys. Kitty. Kitty, for fuck's sake. Boy, kid. Okay. I need my skin. Go in the bed. Oh, you actually did. Tie them. Fine lady. Pluck. Pluck. Right, Nigel Dingers. Yeah. Right, you bald fuck.
I spoke to Johanka.
And did you manage to convince her?
I'm afraid not. She's stubborn. She says she answers only to the Blessed Virgin.
Oh dear, Henry. That's not good at all. What about her family? Doesn't she have a relative she might listen to?
No. None of them survived the raid on Skalitz.
She has no one at all left in the world? Poor child.
Could kill her. Yeah, that's true, long ass. About a pony, I guess.
Good luck, then.
He wants me to talk to her again? Ugh. Fucking save here. Better not sober up on the way there. Pony power, yeah. Equation. No, wait. Enough philosophy. What? My previous bribe still seems to be good.
What did Bishop...
All sorts of things. Like, actually, he asked, but the bless...
I'd say...
No.
Ugh. Oh, man. Still no alcoholism. Bishop. Oh, I thought he was wobbling with his assistant. See if we can find some dirt on him. You have naught but garbage.
Monsignor, I've heard of various irregularities in the province that might be of interest to you.
Very good, my son. A good Christian certainly shouldn't conceal such things. Please, speak.
Well, the parish priest in Ujits is rather unorthodox. Not that he's a bad person, not at all. He takes good care of his flock, no doubt. It's just that he drinks quite a lot. In fact, he's even said mass while drunk. And, he keeps a concubine.
That distresses me. All the more so because what you describe isn't at all unique amongst the clergy. Thank you for telling me, Henry. Matters like this certainly must be addressed.
I don't really want to ask him, but I want to see what he says about these things. We'll probably load and not tell him anything.
The former parish priest of Rovna, Father Simon, went missing one day. Everyone thought he'd fled from the province, but in fact he just went to the woods and became a hermit.
I see. Why did he do that?
Because he got some girl pregnant. The child died during birth, though, and the mother too. He took it to be retribution for his sin. So he fled far from people, because he didn't feel fit to be their pastor anymore.
That's very interesting indeed. Where is this Father Simon now?
I tracked him down in the woods and talked him into going back to Rovna. They needed a parish priest there, and Simon was convinced taking on the task would make amends for his sin.
Interesting. Father Simon's story is certainly remarkable. Whether his actions are appropriate for a cleric is another matter, of course. Thank you for telling me about this.
There were Valdensians hiding in Ujits.
Really? And how did you find out about it?
Sir Hanush sent me to help the vicar track them down and catch them.
So, Sir Hanush had an interest in finding them?
Yes. That is, he was keen to get the matter cleared up quickly and get the vicar out of his domain.
Oh, I see. He's not the only secular lord to lack trust in the emissaries of the church. And how did it end up with the members of the sect?
They fled. The vicar is still trying to track them down.
No, we killed him.
Unfortunate. Let's hope the vicar succeeds promptly in his mission.
Some women in Ujits went to the herbalist for magic ointment. Then they went to the woods, smeared this ointment on themselves, and engaged in all sorts of incantations and spells.
What? Witchcraft? God have mercy. They must be brought to justice. Who is this herbalist they visited?
Old Gertrude. She lives in the woods by Ledechko.
This will have to be dealt with. Thank you for telling me. Once I've finished with Johanka's case, I'll consider what's to be done about this.
A demon's skull was found on the church building site.
Yeah.
Yes. I heard something about it. A disturbing report. Tell me what you know about it.
It was a deception, sir. Someone made it with evil intentions, to frighten people. I found the skull and brought it to the local knacker. He confirmed it was a human skull with animal horns stuck on.
You did the right thing, Henry, in uncovering the deception and in telling me about it.
There are interesting things going on inside the monastery.
In the monastery? What kind of things?
Oh, various things that people are talking about. There's a lot of talk about the construction of the new church and how much it must be costing. But actually, nothing that would interest you, really. I won't waste your time with it.
As you wish.
That's all, Monsignor.
All right, Henry. Thank you. But I hope you're not keeping anything from me.
Why did you have Johanka imprisoned?
I talked to her for a long time about the things she was saying and about her convictions. I warned her that she had to stop preaching in public. And I told her if she had any further concerns, or as she claims, visions, she should come to me. Johanka chose to ignore my warning and continued with her preaching. Obviously, I couldn't turn a blind eye to that kind of disobedience.
For a guy that's this guy, he seems fairly reasonable. But it might just be Bernard's voice making me ass.
But what's so bad about what Johanka has been saying?
Look here. It's simply unacceptable that anyone at all should come along and stand up in the market square and preach about God's will or how he or she interprets it. God gave us his teachings, which we must honor, and he showed us how to fulfill them. It is only those teachings that lead us on the path to salvation and God's grace. But understanding those teachings is no simple matter. It demands learning, time, and effort. That is one of the tasks of Holy Mother Church. What Johanka has been saying is dangerously close to heresy. She must be brought to see the error of her ways, and her disruptive actions must cease.
I understand, my lord. I'm a good Christian, and I don't doubt the authority of the church.
Good. I'm glad I got through to you.
Monsignor, Johanka is just a simple village girl from Skalitz. Are all these legal proceedings really necessary?
They are. The mission of the Inquisition is quite unequivocal, and however trivial, this matter has a broader significance.
What broader significance?
No offense, but these things can't easily be explained to an uneducated boy like you. Still, I'm pleased that you take an interest. Unfortunately, I don't have time for this now. If you really want to know more, ask my assistant. After all, it is also our duty to guide others through the labyrinth of this world.
Monsignor, it occurs to me that maybe this situation with Johanka could be resolved in a different way.
Is that so? Pray, enlighten me.
I want to defend Johanka in a duel. If God is willing, and I win, then Johanka will be cleared.
And who do you propose to fight? Me? Or the Archangel Gabriel?
How should I know? With someone. Let God decide.
Solving disputes by such barbaric means is a throwback to ancient, pagan times, and the Holy Church will not tolerate it. It is an offense to God to demand that he resolve disputes that it is our duty to resolve. No, Henry. It's out of the question.
Fight me.
I don't want to hear another word about it.
I'm ready, Monsignor.
Excellent. I have also completed my investigation. We may commence then with the proceedings?
Yes.
Good. I will send for everyone who is to bear witness and have Johanka brought before the court. We'll commence first thing tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. These are solemn proceedings that demand a certain decorum. I won't tolerate any clanking armor or otherwise inappropriate attire. You will wear this robe.
Of course. Thank you, Monsignor.
Very well. Rest now, and we'll meet in the morning.
Oh, damn.
The Lord watch over.
It's gonna auto-rest me, isn't it? Yep. Fuck. Is what it says, though. Fuck, I'm sober, aren't I? I'll be dirty again afterwards, don't worry.
Let us begin.
I, Bishop Yaroslav of Benishov, by the grace of God, Papal Inquisitor, have come here to Sasau in response to reports of Marian visitations and the preaching activities of one Johanka, a commoner. And I have found indeed that by her arbitrary word she's been leading good people astray and encouraging their rebellion against their betters. Furthermore, Johanka has attempted to usurp the glory that belongs alone to Holy Mother Church, and to appoint herself as an intermediary of the wisdom and grace of Almighty God. This does not behove any lay person, and certainly not a woman. It is therefore necessary to remedy her transgressions, and to investigate the extent and the basis of her misguidance. Or, as the case may be, heresy. Henry of Skalitz has elected to appear here in Johanka's defense, and his wish has been allowed. Anyone who elects to speak here does so before God, and shall be bound by a most sacred oath, to speak only the truth. I will first hear the testimony of Father Fabian, who sent me word of this matter, and who should best know what deeds are done in his parish.
Yeah, this is Woman's Lot DLC.
Father Fabian, will you tell us what Johanka has been proclaiming?
Johanka claims that she has received visitations from Our Lady, the Holy Mother of God, who speaks to her in the night. It is an outrageous claim that I hold to be entirely untrue.
And did Johanka come forward to ask your advice regarding these alleged apparitions?
She did not. Instead, she took it upon herself to spread her supposed wisdom to the people.
And prior to this, did Johanka attend church? Did you see her at your sermons, Father?
I did not, Monsignor. What's more, the parish priest of Skalitz is staying at my presbytery just now. Johanka knows him well enough, but she didn't come to see even him. I believe Johanka is deliberately avoiding the church. Instead, she meets her followers secretly in the woods and preaches to them. Either she made everything up, or the devil himself is whispering in her ear.
Indeed. Avoidance of the church is one of the distinguishing signs of heresy.
As I surmised, Monsignor.
Monsignor, would you please hear the testimony of the respected burgher Pavel of Kolin? He will testify that Johanka isn't making anything up.
Well, I'm very curious what this Pavel will tell us. Call Pavel of Kolin. I'm a little surprised to find a counselor of Kolin here, especially you, who makes no secret of your animosity towards Sasau Monastery.
True. although I have only criticized the monastery in secular matters of property, which concerned a dispute with the town of Colleen, and therefore my duties as a councillor.
Pavel, please tell us about your recent experience.
I'm all ears, Goodman.
Monsignor, some years ago I hid some money in Sasau Woods. When I found myself here again recently and heard Johanka's words, I remembered that matter. Johanka made me aware of my inordinate love of wealth, and I resolved to donate the money in question for the common good of Sasau. For this, I needed an honest intermediary who would locate the money. In this, too, Johanka helped me by putting me in touch with Henry here. By the grace of God, he found the long-lost treasure and donated it for the good of Sasau. The whole matter I regard as the intervention of the Holy Spirit.
An interesting tale, Goodman Pavel.
Not only that, it's also evidence of divine providence, and that Johanka isn't making anything up. She wasn't possessed by an evil spirit. On the contrary, Our Lady really did speak to her.
I must concur with that, Monsignor, because I was subsequently also visited in a dream by the Virgin Mary.
What? You too?
Yes. She appeared in a blue cloak and waved to me.
Do you swear that what you say is true, Pavel?
I swear by Almighty God, Monsignor.
Remarkable. Truly remarkable. Very well, Goodman. Thank you for your testimony. You may stand down.
Right, Trouser.
Even if it were true, why would Our Lady choose a simple village girl like Johanka?
You're right, Father Fabian. That is quite untoward. Let's proceed then. Is there anything else you want to add, Henry?
Yes. Please call Brother Nicodemus. He has something to say about it. He's a man of learning and knows more about these things than I do.
Certainly. I also wish to hear his testimony. Call him.
Our friend's insane. We're trying to not get her burned.
Nicodemus, for some time you were insisting that the infirmary needed extra pairs of hands. It was only at your request that Johanka, against all accepted custom, was allowed inside the monastery walls. I've already spoken to Abbot Peter about her, but please tell me how Johanka behaved.
Monsignor, I must stand behind Johanka. The girl is a treasure. Selfless, charitable, and good-hearted. She helped more people here than anyone else. I have never seen her do anything that would contradict the behavior of a good Christian. She never discussed questions of faith with me. She was always focused only on her work, which she carried out impeccably.
And afterwards, when she began making claims of Marian apparitions?
Yes. That's quite an extraordinary thing. The things she preached couldn't have come from any of the brothers, or from books, because she can't read. Therefore, I believe the Blessed Virgin really spoke to her.
Nonsense. She made the whole thing up. Or someone did prompt her. You're very keen to defend her, brother. It makes me wonder whether she didn't get her wisdom from you.
I already said she got none of it from me, and I would never lie before Almighty God. But it seems to me it's the inadequate education of the good parish priest here that's behind his flimsy litany.
What? Am I to be criticized by someone who's more a gardener than a scholar?
Father Fabian, let Nicodemus speak. And you, Nicodemus, stick to the point if you please.
Certainly, Monsignor. Please allow this humble gardener to put the good priest right, because he evidently knows nothing of the fact that other women before Johanka had similar experiences. Blessed Hildegard of Bingen also had similar visions. And what about St. Bridget, or Elizabeth of Schurnau, or Catherine of Siena? Like them, Johanka here only humbly spreads the message of Our Lady. She does not present herself as an intermediary of divine mercy. Please do not condemn Johanka, Bishop Yaroslav. In my judgment, her visions are genuine and her words sincere.
Thank you, Nicodemus. Your plea is very bold. But what you say about Hildegard and the others is true. You can rest assured, I will consider your words very carefully. Fabian, have you had trouble with heretics before, or had any suspicions of heresy here?
Not much, Monsignor. Now and then there have been traveling preachers and various charlatans here and there. Although, I did recently get reports that there were members of the Waldensian sect hiding in the province.
Yes, I know of that. Henry here was helping the vicar to track them down. Unfortunately, though, they managed to flee. Thank you, Father Fabian. That's all.
I'm glad to have been of service, Monsignor.
I thank you also, Brother Nicodemus. You too may stand down. Call Hoshek, bailiff of Sasau. Bailiff, has there been any suspicious activity here recently?
Well, there have been Cumins on the rampage in the woods and on the roads, and all sorts of bands of footpads and brigands around the province. But otherwise, it's all been peaceful and quiet here.
Look at this Rich Evans motherfucker.
How reassuring. And what of Johanka, bailiff? Has she been inciting the people here?
I couldn't tell you much about her. I hardly know her. She hasn't broken any laws, and folks speak well of her, for the most part. Although it's true, things have been a bit tense here, on account of her speeches.
Continue.
Quite a lot of people have been going to her since she started with that preaching. Some are even convinced she's a holy woman. From what I heard, they bring her small gifts or ask for her advice or blessing.
Sacrilege! People coming for blessings and bringing her gifts. That has all the makings of a cult.
Oh, I don't know, Monsignor. Begging your pardon, but that's overstating it a bit. But it's true. They met outside town, too, and it came to a bit of a skirmish. Nothing serious happened, though. Fellas punching each other in the mouth. If you'll excuse me, Monsieur, that happens all the time. Well, that's about all I can tell you, Monsignor.
Thank you, bailiff. I will be all. And you, Henry, you've been around Johanka more than anyone. Do people come to her for blessings?
I don't know anything about that. But when someone comes to her, she tries to help them, like a good Christian.
Henry, I'm sure you're aware that to lie here is a mortal sin and a crime.
I do. And I'm not lying.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing else, Monsignor.
Very well. Now, I wish to question Katra, the swordsmith's wife. Bring her here.
Is she alive? Ass.
Katra, you are a respected townswoman who has a good overview of what goes on in Sasau. As you told me earlier, will you tell me now what you know of Johanka and her deeds?
Yes, I'll tell you everything, Monsignor. Johanka has been putting ideas into people's heads and causing chaos. What right has she to preach to us? A simple girl like that. As if we were bad people here, and she herself is a sinner. And an adulterer, a loose woman she is, who goes with anyone. And even fornicated with the custodian, Sir Sebastian.
Forgive me, Monsignor, but Katra isn't telling the whole truth.
What do you mean, Henry?
She's the one who set a band of thugs on Johanka several times to cause trouble for her and threaten her. She wanted to drive Johanka out of town. That's not the deed of a good Christian, plotting intrigues like that. She admitted it all to me.
Is that true?
I only did what was necessary to stop her from bringing us to harm.
Monsignor, you can see yourself that Katra holds a grudge against Johanka.
Yes. I must agree with Henry. In view of your apparent antagonism towards Johanka, whatever the reasons for it, I cannot allow you to influence these proceedings. You should have reported your concerns to Father Fabian instead of acting willfully as you did.
But she's bringing us nothing but trouble.
I will be the judge of her transgressions, not you. Nevertheless, I have also heard rumors of Johanka's immorality that cannot be ignored. Bring here the Sasau custodian, Sir Sebastian von Berg. Sir Sebastian, my apologies for raising the matter.
There's a hole in his neck.
But doubts have been cast on your virtue. I have been told that you have shared your bed with Johanka. Is it true?
Monsignor, with respect, this is surely some mistake. Johanka is not a bad girl, and by no means a heretic.
Noted. Now please answer my question. Did you share your bed with Johanka or not?
Yes. But she's not...
Silence! So, Johanka not only incites rebellion against the nobles, but also seduces them into sin and immorality.
That's not true. Johanka never seduced anyone. It's the other way round. He wouldn't leave her alone from the moment she came to Sasau. He simply took advantage of her misfortune and his own status to get her into bed.
How dare you! Silence! Henry?
Johanka regrets it. What was she to do when she was constantly pursued by a nobleman who has great influence in the area?
What I did out of love for her. Johanka is no heretic, only a confused, unhappy young girl. There's no call for jumping to the conclusion of heresy. Monsignor, you must be able to see that.
I advise caution, sir. Would you cast doubt on the authority of the Church in this trial?
I will no longer tolerate this humiliation. Get out of my way!
The people coming in tend to forget their textures when it does a thingy swap.
You proved yourself an exemplary and faithful servant of the Church when you drew my attention to the many iniquities that have been happening hereabouts. You've been very keen to appear here in Johanka's defense. You've said a lot about her, but please, tell me why you've been helping her all this time.
Monsignor, she's my friend. After the terrible things that happened in Scallis, neither of us has many dear ones left. It seemed only right to me to help her.
You seem like a compassionate man. It certainly says something about Johanka, that someone like you stands up for her. That will be all, Henry.
Monsignor, please permit me to say one more thing.
Clever
I heard some wise words at a sermon in Scallis, and I think I should share them here. It's our Christian duty to fight against sin. But we must love the sinner. So I beg you, Monsignor, be lenient to Johanka.
You're right, Henry. Those are wise words. Nothing remains but to question Johanka herself. Johanka of Skalitz, you've heard the accusations brought against you, and we have also heard several testimonies. I already questioned you earlier, and it has also come to my attention that Henry here bribed a guard to allow him to see you in your cell, which I expressly forbade. Johanka, do you wish to revise the answers you gave earlier, or do you stand by what you said?
I stand by everything I told you.
So be it. I expressly forbade you to continue preaching, and you promised not to do so. You defied my instruction and broke your promise. Why?
Forgive me, Monsignor. But I could do nothing else. Our Lady asked me to do it, and I couldn't refuse her. And I did the right thing. The Virgin Mary visited me again in my cell and showed me new things. Monks and prelates who took off their robes and put on princely cloaks instead. They threw down their staves, buckled on swords, and placed crowns on their heads. They rejected Christ's example and hoarded wealth for themselves, They paid no heed to the people, but only gave them absolution for money and...
Silence! You will not speak like that. I have already heard more than enough. These proceedings are closed. You may leave. Johanka will now hear my verdict.
Johanka, are you aware you're facing very grave accusations?
Yes, Monseigneur. I am.
You stand accused of preaching from ignorance and leading the people away from the protective embrace of Holy Mother Church. If you do not recant, you will suffer grave consequences.
Pride and ignorance clouded her reason.
Child, it would distress me greatly to have to pronounce a verdict of condemnation. Speak then. Do you recant your sermons and swear never again to preach to the people? And are you prepared to repent?
It's a bid man.
As God is my witness, I did all this with good intentions. And
The Virgin Mary did visit me, and I would be lying before her, before God and my own conscience, if I denied it.
If you don't recant and return to the bosom of Holy Mother Church, then you have sealed your own fate. Take her. We must all be ever vigilant of Lucifer's evil designs and avoid being caught in his snares. Only Holy Mother Church can safeguard all Christian folks from the onslaught of the devil. Only Holy Mother Church cares for their souls so they may find salvation in the kingdom of heaven.
It's all true, and the will of the Blessed Virgin, her sacred will that I will never recant.
Sometimes, to save the body of the true church, it is necessary to amputate a gangrenous limb.
How is he going to start a fire with that? Is he just going to get slapped on the ass a bunch? What the fuck? I condemn thee to ass slaps in public.
Be the fruit of thy word. Jesus. Holy Mary. Oh God.
Johanka of Scarlets refuses to accept the truth and recant her delusive preaching. Her tongue is an instrument of the devil. It must be plucked out and cast from the body of the heretic, along with the devil, so that her soul may be purged of evil.
Despite her suffering, Johanka remained faithful to her conviction. Brother Nicodemus tried to heal her terrible wounds, but in vain. Her cruel punishment was too much to endure. Matthias never lived to hear of Johanka's fate. Soon afterwards, he succumbed to his sickness. Although it's forbidden to bury a heretic in consecrated ground, we lay Johanka and Matthias to rest together, side by side, in a place where I hope they will finally find peace. As Brother Nicodemus said, surely God will forgive us for following our hearts.
Nice. She fucking sucked. I was hoping we'd bumble the trial a bit more. God damn it. I've probably been sober for days now. Nope, still drunk. Nice. Yes. Very fine. Put the torch away. The gum stuff. Alright. Lost health from lack of nibbles. Some cheap wine, I guess. Runt's pretty dead. Also, hello. They've killed a few people. Hey, it's exactly 500. Nice. A fine number. I hit him in the head. I believe there's a clip of that if someone wants to find it. Wait, what?
Huh?
Well, I had the head cracker proc, but one-on-one fights are fairly easy, especially if it's flat. As long as you know how to, Bernard has told you how to perfect block, you're generally fine. There we go. It also helps having a very good sword for that sort of thing. I probably can't demonstrate it right now, but...
Oh, dear God.
I think they patched that though. I don't think you can head crack people anymore. Questmen.
Kurva fix. Fuck.
What? Isn't that someone from Asterix? The problem with the combat is a lot of it, as soon as you get locked into it, it's very difficult to do things. And if they have higher stats than you, you're just gonna get right posted forever. Mr. Perfect Block Peasant and all that. certainly not made for multi-man combat. Well, the thing is...
You call that...
Just train a lot with Bernard. The important thing is being able to hit. I'm pretty bad at this. And it's very much an RPG, so... A lot of... Oh, nice, you're already where you need to be. That's alright. Very fine. It's very much an RPG. It, if your stats are good, then you usually win. A lot of the annoying things is stuff like blocks and shit like that. It's completely dependent on your stats versus the opponent's stats. Which is a bit infuriating. Like the dudes. But it depends a lot. Like I'm using a short sword right now. And I'm basically exclusively stabbing with it because this thing has 79 stab damage. Which is nice. Yeah, the combat isn't great. It's good one-on-one, but it's terrible when there's multiple enemies. And there's and the terrain isn't completely flat. Also, shooting while drunk is kind of difficult. This guy's very tolerant of me, though. Then again, we are very stealthy.
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle. Come on. Bollocks!
Oh my God, no! Come here, quick! Alarm! Here!
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh no, I've got a fine on me. Notice how I could stab him directly in the face in the beginning, but as soon as the combat starts, he becomes invincible ever so briefly. And yeah, he kind of becomes invincible, and then I have to target his chest. There's a bunch of fucking, what's it called? Well, there's a move that knocks people on the ground, and that just means you can't hit them, because Henry will always be targeting the chest. Ass shot. Oh, he couldn't take that. Yeah, drunken rampage. Archery contest. That's my ass. We're gonna do some Farmers Dynasty in a bit. I just want to see how this rampage goes. Then we're gonna play some of that. Anyone else still alive here? Oh, yeah. If you can get to where Runt is, he's fairly easy to kill. If you have learned how to perfect block with Bernard, just do that. You can literally just sit and do that constantly. Just don't try to, if your stats and shit are low, don't try to attack Runt, because he'll just perfect block you constantly. Just wait until he attacks, and then when the little green shield appears, or right before it appears, press Q, or whatever your block button is, and then just bin him. One-on-one stuff is not difficult, provided the terrain behaves. Yes, boys, meow. Little girly meow, boys. Oh, yo. Let's see how far we can see something. Any assholes available for binning? Let's not fall down. I almost did. They call me Easy Orgasm. Auditorium or whatever. What? He's just waddling off. Armor slows you down quite a lot. I'm hardly wearing any. But it depends. I thought he was gonna go die somewhere. Weird. Fuck. Fucking church sorcery. Yeah. It's more that I could go up here and be drunk and shoot at people. Oh, so you teleported, did you? Mr. Fuckhead. The game can also get kind of broken as soon as you start becoming so stealthy, they'll lose sight of you mid-fight. Fuck's sake, I suck. Oh, oops. Sit here and wait for this man. Hopefully a conga line of men will arrive. I hear a lot of yelling over there. I've also fucked around with my files a little bit, so the targeting system is a little easier to use. But I don't remember all the things I've done.
Do something! My God! Over there! Do something! My God! Over there! Do something! My God! Over there! Do
Yeah.
something! My God!
Fine, man, Gare. Over there, my God,
Help!
something do.
Over there! Help! Over there! Oh, for God's sake! There! Over there! Help! Over there! Help!
I found a corpse.
Over there! For God's sake! There!
Who the fuck is this
Over
yelling?
there! For God's sake! There!
Oh, here
Over
comes
there!
Mr. Subtitles.
For God's sake! There! Over there!
Seen the devil.
Help! Over there!
Why are you yelling that shit coming at me? What the fuck is happening? Oh, now he's leaving. Mate. What the fuck? I think he might be basic. Help me. I guess, yeah. The fuck asses. Gonna Mario the fuck out of him. Where's he gone? Mates. 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 Oh, I see someone over there. It's Nicodemus, I think. What the fuck? How'd that go there? What the hell? We're just getting some out of us. Alright, brilliant. Hello? Everyone on vacation or some shit. That was Nigel Daimler's. I'm gonna go down here, see if these guys are being lazy. Oh, there was a way in over here. Oh shit. Fuck. God damn. I'm defeated by a fucking ledge now. I will not be washed. Ah! Yeah, we're actually sober now. This isn't canon. That's a good question. Apparently plotmen respawn.
A handful?
Finally. Yeah. Trespassing. Oh no, is that illegal?
What the hell was that?
It is I, the bin man. Not a single alarm. Stealth. So we were at 500 before. Let's see where we are. Still 500. What the fuck? Must be a bug. I hear some Gregors chanting. break my legs. Where's my Bivort's Rage? Yes. Yeah, his legs falls off.
Hey, who's there? What the hell? You! Stop! Right where you are! Ow!
No! Don't block! He just keeps going. Oh fuck, gonna go here and be clerical. This guy puts the Mong and Monk.
Hey, who's there?
Yes, I, Death. Cardesius.
What was that noise?
Hello? That guy was made of cabbage or something. Eventually someone invincible will show up, or we'll stab the wrong guy and it'll game over us. But until then... Okay, someone sprint past me. Cabbages. Oh. Oh, monks. All of this can be solved by jail, a bit of time in jail, and let's go though. But we'd have to be there sober, so let's not do that. Oh, fucks.
What the hell was that?
Got a queue orderly. Fucking hell. Wow. Weirdo. I'm surprised this murder rampage has lasted this long. Never see me coming, never see me slip away. Fuck ass. Getting a lot of weird pop in now that I didn't use to has. Bin Lord, Jin Lord, some guy Lord. But someone locked us again. How many times? Oh, I can't kill him, can I? You're coming with me then. I thought I had the key. Fucking the inbinable. Oh. Nice. Damn it. All these people lazing around. Yeah, we don't do that apparently. And this is with the perk to carry dead weights or bodies, but not man can't seem to function. Not even a proper moat. I don't even wake up immediately when I toss him. He seemed to wake up and go to bed after I'd stabbed him the first time. Like, Henry comes in, stabs you repeatedly in your bedroom, you fall over, and then Henry leaves to murder all your mates when you sort of just go fuck and go to bed. You can learn from him, nudes. Hey. It's true. We should play chumps with this guy. Archery contest. Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna play chumps with him. Ah, I fell in. Don't you get any ideas? We're playing chumps. Get deep out in the water though. I need you to float, otherwise this won't work. Man, you're not giving this much of your all, are you? Fuck. Fuck. I missed in the exact same way again. I think that's called spacing. 1 point for me. Shit. Did you remove my other arrow? It's not fucking allowed. Have you seen this guy? He's pretty dead. He's gonna wake up soon though, isn't he? Guys! I guess we get to work on the town then. Do 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 do.
Watch out! Here!
Reputation, my ass. Huh? Must have been the wind. Him Lord.
Cry!
Yes, meow boys? This area is not allowed anymore? What's the fucking meaning? Mate, what? Fucking yarrow me. Weirdo. Oh well. Oog. Gouds. Gouds. Are you?
Come here, quick!
I helped you with your teeth, now you're trying to tell on me.
Fuck! A murderer! He'll kill us all!
Vincent! Help you expand your eye holes a little bit. Murderer Vincent. Vincent, this is your mother. Stop fucking people up.
Oh my god! Help! Murderer!
Yeah. Oh, did some of them run inside? No. Damn it. Let's go poke some wenches. I mean, he walked with confidence, but oh, now we're no longer just up for a fine.
What was that?
No one seems to be getting any fucking poked. Poked.
No!
But
Over
yes.
here. Oh.
My sword getting brokenated or something. A littlest bit. Tencent, oh no. Son of Tencent. Some god you are. Shit, I'm trespassing.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh shit, sorry, wrong house. I wanted to kill the sword lady's guy.
He can't have got. Christ!
Ah, fuck.
Oh, bring it! People, there's a corpse here! Yeah! You'll get what for.
Yeah.
Who the fuck could have killed him?
Oh, fuck's sake.
You'll get it. Bring it on. I'll find you, you cur. Oh, Christ! Christ!
Who's the murderer?
Fucking.
Yeah, sometimes in combat they lose sight of me behind their mates. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Henry is kind of I don't know, stealthy somehow.
Christ almighty, God help!
Code, you say?
He can't have gotten far.
You see, I can get that direct head stabbing as long as I'm not directly in combat with them. And I can actually hit the head, but Henry will always sort of go for the ass center until then.
Ale dopatele.
No fucking cumin here, mate.
Here, there's a corpse! Watch out, the murderer might still be somewhere around. Christ!
Reminds me a little bit of us in Ape Kind Legacy. Just going complete.
Everyone, come here!
Damn it!
Come here, quick! Alarm! Damn it!
Maybe he was warning me about the murderer.
Christ!
Yeah. I'll put that on his gravestone. Go to the gravestoner and tell him this was his last words. Engrave it, and then kill him.
No!
Vile hat jealousy. Drove me to bin that guy. Oof. Oh, my hit wasn't even that good.
Had enough of life,
before his
have
mates
you?
show up.
Hey, who's there?
Mr. Perfect block, fuck you. Yeah, any slight difference in elevation can't hit shit.
What the hell was that? Run for it! Murderer! No! Fuck, he's just killed someone.
Ow!
Get away!
Murder! How awful! Christ!
Oh my God! Oh, Christ!
Manos all get down. Get down, lady.
Christ!
There's a murderer somewhere. God. Yeah, just phase my sword straight through you. That's cool too. She's still selling shit. She does not give a fuck.
Saint Joseph.
Cause he's having a good time, having a good time.
Help! Someone's just been
Yeah, you didn't want to help me, so
quick!
it's too bad now.
Here!
I wonder if more guards will spawn. I think they're pretty quick to respawn.
Here! Don't let him get away!
There's probably already guards.
My God!
I think this man has some sort of brainial problems. He's running in circles. Yeah, the guards respawn pretty quickly. In the Rattay, I was assing around, and you go to one end of the town, and then they're back in the other.
There's a corpse here!
Murderer!
My God!
Help!
Thank you for stopping.
There's a bar.
No, I failed the quest. Better load. Yeah, well, I mean, quests we have picked up yet. I think the named asses show up eventually again. Crunch. Yeah, I went too far in the other direction now. These guards have come back. Loudest woman in the game.
Over here!
Curse it!
Over here! Help!
Oh, I fucked up the tourney.
Over here! Quick!
What?
Guard, quick! There's a corpse.
I think it just goes to -100, that's it. Let's actually see if I can go directly in here and just pay a bunch of shit in the church. And get my reputation sorted again. Yeah, -100 is max. It's kind of like how they already feel about us at Neuhof. Shop guard, I think.
Find you again.
Ah. Go back to doing Between Two Ferns, you bearded twat.
It'll be all over with you soon.
I trained with Bert, you seem to be having trouble. I'm here to pay my repentance. I know you can just go to jail and you'll be fine. It'll only game over you with stuff like the Bishop, Inquisitor man. But Robart, for example, being Big Man, Plot Man, you just can't attack. You can lock onto him, but Henry won't attack him. And he'll quite happily kill you. Which is kind of dumb. Yeah. We might not have the money. That's pretty cheap though, considering how many people we've killed. I should have taken the money from them so I could pay. You have any? Oh well. Oh, you were a twat. I remember you. Oops. Nah, we don't bury people. Union swine. I think we're at 544 before. Let's see now. God damn. Humans, separate from humans somehow. What's the meaning? This rampage is taking quite a lot longer than I thought it would. This distresses me a little bit. So I've been slightly away so the guards will have respawned on this end of town. Still a lot of corpses lying around. Oh, is that Orta? Oops. Have anything good? Not really. You can still hear people chatting in the ambiance. Anyone want to play dice? Inn's closed. I sorted it. A little bit, yeah. I think I meant to kill that guy's wife. Yeah, and he sat there and constantly complained at you for binning people.
What is he after now?
Clear off. I don't want to talk to you. Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. The diggiest, man. Your wife's a twat. I sorted it. Just without a word. I pulled out the spring that holds his head. That guy at least groaned. What are corpses on the floor here? His wife lived. What the fuck? She just fucking sprints. Doesn't even say a word to her husband. I go bin afterwards. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. I have no legs under here. Like, well. I'm actually out of moonshine as well. That won't do. Oh shit, sorry. Anyway. Progress will be lost. Well, right, I'm just gonna have a shower and then we're gonna do some Farmers Dynasty, I think. I'll render you on to Kiko in the meantime. Actually, Nomad is streaming, you get him instead. Time for watching for now. T2I in a bit.